me? Can you hear me? All right. We're not taped now. We're live. Thank you all. Welcome, everybody. Just give me a few minutes here. Give me a few minutes. First thing I want to say is I want to symbolically share this bottle of champagne, which was cracked open at my office on July 12th. That was the day the PMC went over $1 billion. Obviously, cumulatively, that's a remarkable statement, and probably one bottle didn't quite do it justice in the office, but I want to say that I'm sharing that bottle with all of you. That is this exact bottle. We labeled it and put it in my little trophy case. Secondly, I'm reminded of a family relative who once came to a family occasion with a bottle, and his line was, "This bottle goes to whoever I'm about to offend the most." And so, I say to all of you, it's really not easy to get your arms around everybody. This has been a blessing for me. I think you all know that. But really, to just try and do a roll call of who we all are. Let me thank M&T Bank and the Boston Red Sox Foundation. 200 plus sponsors who helped to underwrite this event so that for the 19th consecutive year, we will and are passing through 100% of all the rider raised revenue. We are collectively 6,800 riders, over 4,000 volunteers, 47 towns, 370 miles of infrastructure, 350,000 donors laying the hook, I'll get to in a moment, that all add up to the gift we will give tonight. It is a big event, but it wasn't always that way, and I can't help that when I get to do this once a year or collectively when we have a big number to celebrate, to let you know that it was something much more vulnerable back in the 80s. And yet, who I am and what I did, my story is your story. I lost a loved one to cancer. I lost my mother, my uncle, and cousin in quick succession, and it rocked my world. Unfortunately, that story is actually not that remarkable. Perhaps what I did with it was. I like to quote my brother, in this case, who did a video with us 20 plus years ago. It ends up, the line I'm quoting, because he's actually quite good on camera, is that we always knew the PMC was a nice idea. We just didn't know it was a big idea. He was wrong. But he still edits my copy, and he does a very good job with that. What I'm saying to you, my story, my love for my mother did not make this event what it is. What makes this event what it is the buy-in. All of you. You bought in, you had your own story, you committed, you figured it out, rain or heat. You understood through your many, many years of riding, this is a way we can give back. This is a way for those of us who have lost loved ones to take an active role in funding the cures for cancer. We're lucky that we have a world-class institute right here in our backyard, about 1 mile away. And that is Dana-Farber. So look, you know, this starts back in 1980, but we have, as have they, grown to a point where it's obnoxious to use a phrase that's been beat to death, too big to fail. But the sentiment that I want to say is similar. Everybody now is invested in the PMC's success. Word is out. Our team, your repetition, credibility through repetition, year after year, lining up and not just riding bikes, raising money, and doing it like nobody in the world. PMC is the front of the bow of a $5 billion industry where you can ride, walk, swim, bike for every good cause under the sun, and people should. Good work's being done all over the country, but nobody does it like we do. PMC is bigger than the next 8 significant a-thon events combined. And this year alone, we'll raise 66% of the Jimmy Fund's annual revenue. So you know that one of my mantras is, there's a lot riding on us. But I do want to say, you know, the original audacity of the PMC was, I painted on a big canvas. I didn't know what I was doing, but, you know, a 200-mile bike ride with everything that could happen was, frankly, my idea of fun. But through the years, people came to me, people who were moved by witnessing what they saw on the weekend said, I can help. PMC is now in its third iteration of our head staff. That guy or gal averages over 20 years of PMC service. They are professional volunteers. They're not in our office year-round, but the communication goes on and on, all of which the goal is to create a state-of-the-art a-thon cycling a weekend where, quite frankly, we're all elevated. I could joke, and those of you who are parents, I don't get treated like my kids like this every day of the year, but the smarts, the intelligence, the preparation, and the love bombing that goes on between rider and volunteers is palpable. And for many of us, it fuels us through the whole year. Look, we all know the times we're living in. It's challenging out there. But regardless of where you stand, certainly in this room, we are unified in funding cancer research so that we, our children, our loved ones, can get better treatments and higher percentages of cures, partially through the efforts we all extend. And that has become a critical part of the equation. So, to continue the thought and the buy-in, this head staff, the 15-person professional staff, the 15, 16-person board, the 10-person, 15-person advisory board, and everywhere throughout the state, the water stop coordinators, all of this has become institutionalized. That's a remarkable thing to be able to say. I can trust someone like an Anthony Polcari that he can take 300 to 500 volunteers, do sleeping, feeding, transportation, busing. And he ain't the only one, but point being that he barely calls me through the year, and that's a beautiful thing. There are so many like that through performance, they have risen to the top where we are able to do this because, folks, it all costs money to get talent like that. but these are homegrown. We are we now have third generation people in the PMC riding and volunteering. I think we've only hired the second person in the PMC who didn't grow up volunteering in the PMC. I'm kind of a stickler about that, about the culture. And, I don't think any of us, myself included, is qualified to be an intern in the PMC now. But the talent we have attracted is because of the street cred we've all done together. It's remarkable. So I thank you for that. It is my honor now to share with you our gift to Dana-Farber. I will simply say that that last year we gave $72 million. This year we made a goal of $75 million. And I'm telling you right now, we honored it. $75 million. Congratulations.